Wonderful to be here. Yes, I tell you a story. I tell you a story about Helsinki 3D, and I tell something about 3D history too. I think I'm the only person to tell history in this event. But yes, let's start. I have retired now last year from the mayor's office and the Helsinki 3D Plus team. And when I retired, the team was like this, but some changes happened more than my retirement. But basically the work I show you is done by this team and some other people, yes. Helsinki 3D Plus is in the mayor's office and it's in the strategies department. So it shows the importance of the 3D model and digital twin in Helsinki. So it's not surveying, all the respect to the surveyors. I'm a surveyor too, partly. But the strategy and the thinking on the future and the use cases and the benefits, it's more than technology, of course, and that's why it's in the strategies. Yeah, shortly, this is the big picture of Helsinki 3D history, over 37 years. So from the very start, it was a small group of people, very enthusiastic. It was a evening and weekend hobby for the people, because all the super expensive equipment, they were bought for surveying. And happily, you could also do 3D with those equipment, and it was a kind of coincidence that you could make 3D also in the evenings and so. And that was the start of the thing. And as a whole, it's a long journey. But I think it's still the start of a longer journey. But of course, that's our story. Yes, let's look something. Yes, 85, it was like this for architectural competitions. And still, you can see what's old and what's new architecture. It's obvious. You see the power of 3D images there. And then, let's go back. Can I go back? Yeah. Color prints like this, 86, first ones, but good, even though. And then the next level, 1999, first real-time simulator with game engine. This is what I did when I was working in the Helsinki city planning. There was a model of a new concert hall, it's now built, and so it was. And it was real-time, and it was with game engines. Yeah, 2002 we have the first whole city model, whole model in 3D. It was in CAD, made in CAD, and the first use case for that city model was the Helsinki master plan. I mapped the terrain with the new master plan, and you could see the development areas and what's happening there in the city, and it was very informative. And there were some mistakes in the model too. There were some buildings missing, and we get some contacts for the local residents that why is our building missing here? Do we have to take it off there? And what plans do you have for that? No, it's only a mistake. Well, that's about the data quality and the power, of course, of the 3D. You see the model and you understand, hey, where's my house? In the map, there's nothing, okay? And then the new era from 2015-16, the big picture of our work now, and what we did from the very start of the new era is the two production line strategy. So we have the semantic city GML and also the reality model. And well, you will think, why do you have two models? It's one good enough. Well, for us and for the limit of our resources and technology, we thought we go with two models. So we think that these models are not against each other. They are both and. They are supplementing each other. Let's look. Here you see reality model. Yes, it's more realistic. And semantic, well, not so good, but rather good still. But yes, without the textures, you see the thing, and you see where's maybe the power. The visual power, more in the reality model, in the production line, it's more automated, but semantic, of course, more. When we put these models together, we see they match very well. And this is very important for us. So City GML, reality model, and the base map, they are all the same. So the difference is only maybe 15, 20 centimeters maximum, something like that. And so you can use whatever for the basic of your design, and you can change to the model, and you know that it's there. So it is not like Google Maps or Google Earth or something like this. So it's surprisingly good accuracy. And yes, what's coming in for the reality model, yes, street level scanning and combining point clouds and images so you get better and better results. But you understand that this takes lots of computing power, and we don't have it yet. But of course, this is one future of the city models, and the future of the semantic models, I think you hear for next days much more about those. And again, from the very start, all our city models have the open data. We have very strong open data culture in Helsinki. So you can download these, you can use them however you want to use them. So also in the commercial solutions. And this also opens gates us to the cooperation with other cities, with other universities, because we can always offer our data, so it's free, you can use it. And we want to keep it good quality data. Yes, this was last November. I was just retired, and I got an email from Philip, and do you know that we take a benchmarking of city models in the National University of Singapore, and in Helsinki, it's a quite a good position there, and I was, oh, it is fine, and wonderful, and so yes, it's like that. But it also shows us how broad it's all over the world, the city models. You can do such benchmarkings all over the world. And compare the situation, let's say 30 years ago, it's a little bit different. Yes, a lot of different. Yeah. Well, how to get benefits from the city models and what are the use cases? Of course, you must have data and city models, semantic models, combining those, you have the platform. And then cities' internal processes and services. Process integration, it's a hard one. It's a hard one in the cities, yes. Lots of work, but a lot of benefits to, and lot of good things to get there if you have success there, but it's hard. Open data, open innovation platform for whoever, the whole world, so it's all plus you get there. It's all extra. And possibilities to cooperation. And then strategic goals for the city. So cities have goals that are not services. They are something carbon neutrality, better life quality, and something like that. And you can also support those things for the cities. Yes, but when you create those use cases, you combine the needs and technology. Remember that you must have the technology, of course, and the technical core must be good, but then the social parts, the framework, work practices, collaboration, lots of work must do. Don't forget that, because then you get the benefits. Technology, it's wonderful and it's the basic, but it's somehow it's a start of the second thing. And so that's what we have learned. Helsinki City's strategy for the 2025 one. I took the strategy, I got to meet the mayor and underlined for the strategy every point, and I find that we can support with 3D digital twin. And I find 129 points there that we can support. And I put it on mayor, yes, look that and ask whatever number there, and I try to explain how to do it. Well, it's a lot, and I think what's most important, and it was the carbon neutrality. So carbon neutral Helsinki 2035, and so we made this. We made the Helsinki Energy and Climate Atlas. It has now 4 parts, And it's for the building, the understanding what's the situation now. And then it's to show the alternatives. What can you do? What are the alternative energy sources? And then do the action points and what's the action needed there. Shortly, here's the energy data. So we have excellent database of the building stock in Helsinki. So materials, building years, renovations, materials, everything. And so this is the situation now, and you can look and examine the situation now, and what is the big picture of the building stock. So building the understanding of the situation. Then we have the solar energy potential. Thanks to Thomas Kolbe, this was great. I think this was one of the first analysis done with the wonderful development Thomas Kolbe did with his research team, and it has been a success for us. It works extremely well, and people are still amazed how accurate this is and how well does it work. It's for the individual building owners, it's for the companies who sell the solar energy equipment and technology and like that. Yeah, that's the second part. And then the heat demand, heat savings, and CO2 emissions. So this is a cooperation project too, but it was the Technical University of Stuttgart, and this is the deeper analysis of the CO2 emissions and how to save energy through renovation in the buildings. It covers the whole city, and there's every building in the city, and it also takes care and analyzes also the climate change a little bit. I think this is also a wonderful service, but I find it that I think it's very clear, but to the everyman, to the normal house owners, I think it's a little bit too technical still. It must be simpler, but nevertheless, it's a wonderful start, and it's so versatile. Yeah. And then geoenergy potential in Helsinki. So geoenergy in Helsinki, in Finland, it's very effective. It's very economical, and it's very ecological. So we have wonderful opportunity to use geoenergy, and this is the geoenergy potential in Helsinki, and you can look the situation around your own buildings in different situations and get some advice how to do it and so. And this has been also extremely popular. Yes, another use case is normal project presentations. So this is nothing special, but people like this, and people understand very well this. This is a web browser-based service, and this you can do this in one day if you have the model. So it's wonderful. And then my favorite, this is virtual history. So yeah, something like this. You have a scale model there, and you took 4,000 images, and you create the 3D model and put it in the real world coordinates. So the computer doesn't know it's a scale model. It thinks it's a real city. So you can do something like this. And this is, we did this for an exhibition, and this is also in our web service. You can see it, where it was planned, never realized, and it's something that you can do, and maybe it's great fun. Okay. And then virtual history too. This is something else from the plan is from 1968, and the model is from 3 years ago. This is a media house, and that created the history of crazy plans to Helsinki that would destroy the city with traffic and with private cars. And the decision makers didn't have this in 68, but they have the maps, and even with the maps they decided not this, maybe we should do the metro, and it saved the city. But this was carefully done in 3 years. This was the greatest vision you could have, so it changed the ideas. Okay, And then we have a lot of work with game engines also. This is with Aalto University and Unreal Engine combining models and so beautiful renderings and yes, and of course you can do a lot of services with game engines when you have the models there, and it's also super interesting. And yeah, we have the Minecraft creation too. This is from reality model, fully automated script, and you can do this. And I think City of Munich have done this also. Yeah. So if you like Minecraft, you can do it. Okay. And this is something. Well, 3D printing is still something mystery, and for young school children, and people like scale models. We have a service there. Select the area, press the button, get the file on the memory stick, go to the library and print your model. So it's very simple process. It's for everybody, and we think it is for young school children because we need young people for this also. And this is for every man. So you can do this. Yes, and if you're more interested in our work, we have this report. You can download it from web. It is completely free and free to use whatever you want. So there's technology, software, use cases, and something like that. Yes, it's completely free. Some links, and thank you.